Hello, everyone. Welcome again to another edition of the Coach's Desk. And we just want to share a bit of information with you today, again, as usual. You know what I mean? And there are two things that I want to talk about in this video. Yeah, man. I want to talk about Damion Lowe's performance in the central defensive midfield role, as well as, excuse me, the Reggae Boyz, who actually the English-based Reggae Boyz, who actually might not play in the Gold Cup tournament coming. And as sad as it sounds, then it might pose an issue for, our march towards winning the Gold Cup. You know what I mean? So let me kick things off with the Damion Lowe situation. Damion Lowe was tried in the central defensive midfield role. And I mean, he actually is a captain of a team down there in Japan. And in my estimation, he put in a workman-like performance, very brave performance by Damion Lowe. You can see grit, determination, and heart in his play. You know what I mean? I hear Formula Sport, big up yourself, calling him Conte Lowe. You know what I mean? So it was indeed a very good performance. Trust me. One thing though is that I believe that for him to cement a spot in that position, the situation would be that he gets more game time in that position because he's actually a central defender. Normally he wouldn't be doing so much running around the park. Probably if they had something that can track is the mileage that he would have put in on the park, then would have known that he would have put in a whole lot of mileage. I like the fact that Damion Lowe, as a central defensive midfielder, was actually breaking up play. I love that. The Serbs or the Serbians, they did not get a lot of chance on the ball to utilize their technical ability in the middle of the park. Yes, there are a few times when they were skillful in maneuvering their way, but most of the time, more than 50% of the time, Damion Lowe disrupt play, pass it to Blair Turgott, pass it to someone else, and it's a good look, you know. And as I was saying, because he's a central defender, he wouldn't be used to that high intensity in terms of running many miles around the park. You know what I mean? He would be there marshalling the troops, clearing ball and all of that, making crunch tackle where necessary. But not to be box to box or sitting deep in front the defenders. He's not used to that. And trust me, it was a great performance again. So I believe that would have caused him to be winded, you know, throughout the game. There were times when he started to walk. He might lose the ball and he walked. I can remember in one particular instant in the second half, just before he was changed by Coach Whitmore. I think that was a brilliant change, just to give him a little breather there. Also, I thought that the intensity was great for him in that position, trust me. And he would have played his heart out. So, I mean, the man was just tired. The man did just bust Virgin, honestly. And what I would say is that if he gets a few more games in that position, playing top midfielders, trying to break up the creative midfielders, trying to break up the forward who probably play the false nine, I think he can do the job. And you know, the central defensive midfield is a position that is much to talk about with the national team, that we need one. And trust me, sometimes we're trying to look far and beyond when right in our midst we have the person. I know that some persons always say that, I mean, a player should not play out of position. I believe that too. Yes, I believe that too. But there are always times when you can try. And as a coach, if you think, then you'll come up with these brilliant ideas and then it work and you are seen as a genius. So, I mean, I like the move going forward. I'm not certain if coach will use Damion Lowe there again, but I would think that he should use him there again. I'm not sure if Damion is comfortable with the position. From what I heard is that he's not comfortable, but he'll do it for the team, and you can definitely see that that's what he did. He did it for the team. He played very hard with a lot of grit. You know what I mean? So I would suggest that he gets a few more games in that position. And trust me, if he continues on the trajectory that he's on, then I mean, we have our man, the central defensive midfielder in Damion Lowe. You know what I mean? So let's see if Coach Whitmore will put him in that position again versus the Japan under 23 team. It would be good if that happened for him to get more experience there. You know what I mean? And everybody know that like Damion Lowe, his dad was a very good utility player as well. He played forward, he played defense. Probably if at the time the coach asks Anandi Lowe to go in the goal, then he would definitely do that. You know what I mean? So it's a good look. So I'll just give my little 2 cents on that it would be nice to try Damion Lowe in that position again. After playing so well, yes, it will be good. Not so certain though, as we're gonna flip things and talking about the passport issue. A lot of players would have come in, new players, and from what we understand, is that many of them, they have not received the passport. Their paperwork probably are in, but the critical part is that CONCACAF will need the passport submitted at a particular, I think the middle of the month, there about this month, to indicate their intention that these players will be the players that would be on the roster. And if that doesn't happen, then I mean, those players that would have seen and some have become our favorite will not be a part of the Gold Cup unit. And that's a big thing, because the aim is that Jamaica go and win the Gold Cup. And if the squad is going to be depleted again, then there might be issues. Now we can understand the situation that is happening around the world, the pandemic. The embassies might not be open, consulate or whoever, passport office might be stuck on pile with a lot of documents to get out. You know what I mean? So I think if the JFF link with the right persons, these things can be sorted out quicker and fast, people. And if the right person is out there who loves Jamaica football, who can assist, just jump on board, because I would love to see these players in the Gold Cup team. It would be sad. It would be sad. We know that Liam Moore probably got his passport already. Blair Turgott advertised his long before he played for Jamaica. I can remember seeing that on his IG. So he would have had his passport. There's a thing with Kemaru, how long now he's waiting on his passport. But I mean, probably the traffic of files that are coming in and the COVID situation is overwhelming these government agencies. But nevertheless, we hope that it will be expedited as stated by the GenSec of the Jamaica Football Federation, Dalton Wint, because normally when the citizenship is in, if everything was up and running, normally it would take probably about 3 days to get the passport. But that's not the situation now. So with that said, Damion Lowe might probably thrust back into the central defense area, not the central defensive midfield, but the centre back role based on what is happening. But if things work out, I'd want to see him in a situation where he plays against Japan under 23 team in that position, and then probably another game or one game in the Gold Cup if things are sorted out. If not, he'd be back in to the the defensive duties there in the centre back. So people, just share your thoughts, what you think of this. This is a news that probably we did not want to hear, or we weren't looking forward to, but it's just the reality of what is happening, and we definitely know that this will be sorted out as soon as possible. If not for Gold Cup, for World Cup qualifiers, it has to be sorted out, because we need the best team to go forward and represent us. You know what I mean? So people, big up yourselves. Thanks for tuning in again. And normally what I say is that you stay safe and peace out.